Oh, hey, I was just wrestling with all of the things in my head. So today I'm going to talk about how it is so helpful to use a journal during prep. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Michelle Harris, and this is where we talk about all things posing and competition. Now, whether you've journaled before or it's new to you, please consider adding this as a mandatory part of your prep. Having a prep journal is crucial for having a written record of all aspects of your journey. Now, you might think that you're going to remember everything and you don't need to write it down, but you won't. And it's super helpful to have the information for the next show. Of course, there will be a next show. Plus, there are other things and macros to write down. So let's take a look at what should be in your prep journal. Some of you may say, hey, I don't got time for feelings. Well, guess what? They have time for you, and they're still going to happen all the time. Whether you're happy, feeling strong and empowered and on top of the world, or pissed off, cranky, or crying every other hour and you don't know why, you can get a lot just out of writing it down. So first of all, just getting it out of your head and on paper can give you some relief. It's definitely helped me in the past, and especially with those not so fun emotions. In case you don't already know, you're in for an emotional ride during prep. You'll probably experience the whole spectrum of feelings, and girl, you will need an outlet. A journal won't judge you for what you're feeling, and once it's written down, you can go back and look at it with a more objective eye. Some important things that you can put in there were, what were the emotional triggers that you experienced? What helped you? What made it worse? Did you learn anything about your support system? Was it different than you expected? Prepping for a show brings out all the feels, good and bad. And sometimes we're just overwhelmed by it all. But using the journal to have a safe place to record your feelings, your reactions, and your consequences helps in the present and for future shows. Hey, drop me a comment right now and let me know if you've kept a journal before and how it helped you. This section will keep you on track for you and your coach. Don't rely on your coach. Yes, they should have record of your program, but they may be busy with lots of clients. And if something were to happen on the coach's end, man, you would be very sad, angry, frustrated if you didn't also have the information for yourself. Each day or each week, I would suggest writing your foods and macros, your training routine, and anything new that your trainer had to say. And then write about how your body is reacting with certain foods and the spacing between eating and training. You know, do you get bloated with certain foods? Do you feel lethargic when you work out too soon after eating? Do you feel amazing after 8 hours sleep instead of 6 hours sleep? The sooner you recognize the patterns of what works and what doesn't, the sooner you can have a discussion with your trainer and make any modifications that you need to have the best outcome. Other things to add into your journal are stressors. Things like work, your partner, kids, when do you get your periods, hormonal changes, family conflicts, decreased social life, and body image issues. Now, we all know that when you choose to compete, most everything else kind of takes a back seat to all the aspects of prep. And that is a stressor all of its own. Juggling prep with all of the usual stress suspects can definitely be overwhelming at times. Write these things down, but also see if you can come up with some ways to help to decrease stress and write down what works for you. This might be meditation, yoga, or just delegating things temporarily to your partner or family that you would normally do. Have a section for inspirations and wins. It's easy to focus on the obstacles and what's hard, So be sure to document the things that bring you joy, that uplift and inspire you, that increase your energy. These are the things to have daily gratitude for. And gratitude is super important for your mindset, especially when you're in prep. Your inspiration and wins section is something that you can look at often when you need a boost to get through the harder times. This is a place where you can put things like, I lifted 10 more pounds on my deadlift, or I finished that rough cardio plan that my coach just gave me, that compliment that you received from a stranger, or that warm feeling that you got from helping a fellow gym goer with learning a new exercise. All positive things go here, and I want you to make this area mandatory. No glossing over. You need this. Lastly, be sure to have a separate section for peak week. When you get to peak week, that crucial week before stepping on stage, you definitely want to take some detailed notes. Okay, your body is different for each prep, and you want to have a reference for if things didn't go as well as planned, like peaking the day after the show. And of course, you want to have details to refer back to if everything was on point. Each day of peak week needs to be lined out, okay? Food, training, supplements, reactions to all those, and your emotions. Don't hold back. You're gonna be so happy that you did this next time. And hey, don't wait. Start now. Evernote is a great app to digitally organize, or even better, grab a notebook that you can handwrite your experiences in. Get this started in the next 24 hours, because you know that if you don't make it a priority, it probably won't happen at all, right? And that won't do you any good. The more you store in your journal, the better. But keep it organized into sections so it's easy to find what you need and quickly. Remember, keeping a prep journal will help you be a more focused, prepared, successful, and intentional athlete. Thank you so much for watching today. I always appreciate your love and support. And remember, it's never too early to start posing. Now, if you're a figure competitor and you have a show this year, please go to my website, set up a 15-minute free consultation, and let's talk about how I can help you reach your goals.